Good morning students of class 6. This is the third video of chapter 6 history. Now students, in this video we are going to discuss here about short answer type questions. The first question is, discuss the causes of the rise of the Magad Empire. So what are the causes? We will see here. The causes of the rise of the Magad Empire were, first one is strategic location. So the Ganga and the Son enriched Magad and it provided a natural barrier against the enemy. Rajgiri, the capital, was surrounded by 5 hills. Rajgiri was earlier the capital of Magad was Rajgiri. Later on, the new capital was shifted. That was Patliputra. Patliputra was also flanked by the 3 rivers Ganga, Son, and Gandak. Number third was the mighty and ambitious rulers. Magad had a successive line of ruling dynasties. Rulers were outstanding conquerors and strategists and diplomats also. So some of the rulers of Magad were Mahapadmananda, Bimbisar and Ajatasattu. Next we can see the number third, reservoir of natural resources. The river Ganga made the land fertile of Magad. Iron ore was also used to make the effective weapons. Number fourth is international trade. So Magad had excellent trade relationship with countries of Southeast Asia. And number fifth is efficient army. Magad had a large and well equipped army which helped in expanding the empire to the distant areas. Next question is, what was the position of the king in the kingdom of the 6th century BC? So the position of king in the kingdom of the 6th century BC was highly regarded. There was a monarchical form of government. All the absolute power lies in the hand of the monarch. There was a hereditary rule where the throne passing from father to the son, and king had a large army together with diverse source of revenue. So two examples are Magad and Avanti. Next question is, what ways were adopted by the rulers of Magad to enlarge their kingdom? So the rulers of Magad used all possible ways like wars and conquests, taxes from adjoining areas, and marriage alliances also. Marriage alliances means the relationship based on marriages. So these were the method adopted by the rulers of Magad to enlarge their kingdoms. Next question is, how was Bhaji confederacy different from other Mahajanapadas? So the Bhaji confederacy means a union of the state, was different from the Mahajanapadas because it was a republic while other Mahajanapadas had a monarchical system of government. Means in the Bhaji there was a republican state. Bhaji was one of the most important republican state. The capital of Bhaji was Vaishali, okay, and it was settled on the northern side of the river Ganga. But in the Mahajanapadas had monarchical system of government. So the Bhaji confederacy has comprised of 8 clans. There were 8 clans, and each of the Sangh was ruled by a Raja. The Sangh chooses a representative to take part in the meeting of the Bhaji Ghana Parishad, means people council of Bhaji. Means the Sangh have the right to take part in the meeting of the Bhaji Ghana Parishad, but in the monarch, all the power lies in the hand of the monarch only, because monarch was the supreme authority and he himself took all the important decisions. Next question is, the capital cities of Mahajanapadas were fortified. Why? So because most of the Mahajanapadas had a capital which was protected by huge walls of wood, brick or stones also. So forts were built to protect the people from the attack by the enemy enemy kingdoms. Next question is, describe the tax collections followed by the Mahajanapadas. So to maintain the big state and large army, king started to collect the taxes from the farmers, artisans and traders also. Farming was one of the most important occupations. So king collect the taxes from crops also. The tax on crops were the most important because farming was the main occupation, and generally the taxes which were collected from farming, it was 1/6 of the total production of crops. Pastoral peoples were also, pastoral peoples means herders also have to pay taxes in the form of animals and animal produce like milk and ghee. Next question is, why were the coins produced in the India called punch mark coin? So the coins which produced in India were called punch mark coin because the coins, because these metals were punched with images such as fish, bull, elephant, etc. And these punch mark coin, it helps to introduce the money economy, led to the growth of trade and commerce. The next question is, what were the two main differences between the republics and monarchies? The two differences we can see here. The first one is, monarchies were ruled by a single monarch, where all the power lies in the hand of monarch. Monarch took all the important decisions, but in the republic, all the powers were controlled by the group of powerful people only. Okay. Next, we can see in the monarchy only the king maintained a regular army, but in the republic, every Raja had his own independent army. Next difference we can see that in the monarchies, the king claimed the revenue or tax from the peasants, but in the republic, whereas in the republic, tax was claimed by the entire ruling group. Means in the monarchy, the tax was collected by the peasants means farmers, but in the republic, tax was claimed by the entire ruling group. So this is all for today. Thank you and have a nice day, students.